Federal government, through the National Coordinator of Port Standing Tax Team (PSTT), Comrade Moses Fadikbe, has called on all government agencies at the port to continue to work together so that the non-state actors will not continue to take advantage to frustrate trade facilitation. Fadikbe, who made this plea during the third roundtable discussion on maritime sector reforms, with the team consolidating the gains. The event, which was organized by the Maritime Anti-Corruption Network (MAC) and the Convention on Business Integrity (CBI), in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Transportation (FMT), Independent Corrupt Practice and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC), Technical Unit on Government and Anti-Corruption Reforms (TUGA), and Nigerian Shippers Council.
The Federal Ministry of Transportation through the Nigerian Shippers Council, the Technical Unit on Government and Anti-Corruption Reforms (TUGA), and the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC), in collaboration with Maritime Anti-Corruption Network (MACN) and the Convention on Business Integrity (CBI) Nigeria, have built momentum from these successes, creating a prime policy where the Nigerian maritime sector is poised to augment its standing by further institutionalizing and continuously sustain its reforms. The regulatory policy has acted as a catalyst for achieving efficiency and quality service delivery, improving compliance with the rules and procedures, ultimately reducing corruption and lack of accountability at Nigerian ports operation as well as terminal operations.
We must collectively identify the effective tools available for us to fight corruption. We can only put these tools to use if we collaborate and share information and brainstorm over these ideas. That's the only way to surmount the challenges and enable us to move to the next step in this project. The participation of MPA as a landlord is key to the success of the anti-corruption campaign in the ports.
Confirm, yeah, put them there to control crime. When you ship them from there, that crime will occur immediately. Then you say PSTT has removed those people to control crime. That will be mindful. But those that who are not there to control crime, remove them immediately. And that can be accepted. And the trust you are now mentioning, to say yes, my people are overzealous, they detain trust for 6 days, without defending them, every action on the road are being put on camera.
Again, these conferences that we host, the roundtable events, it brings both the sectors, public sector and the private sector together. The work that we do in other countries as MACN, I must say that it's quite challenging to get both the sectors to come together in the same room. It is a very difficult task. They would rather work in their own agencies, and then it becomes even more difficult to have even a conversation. We have seen that very different in Nigeria. We are very open to talk about the challenges, and that is where I think we have picked up, and that itself is a gain, so as to speak. So these roundtable conferences that we've hosted for the last, I think this is the third one, if I'm correct. The last two have focused on how can the heads of the agencies, that's where we focus to bring them together, bring the private sector together. We have the Integrity Alliance, many of you are represented here today, and I'm very happy to hear that there's more than 200 local private sector who are part of the Integrity Alliance. Nowhere today we have seen such alliance come together and share their challenges, but also probably their success with the rest of them, together with the public sector. So what we were able to do is find a way how we can institutionalize this compliance function, or the framework for compliance, within the respective agencies, and also to explore sanction-based compliance. That is what we call the negative incentives. But at the same time, how do we reward people? How do we have a reward-based compliance function so that our ports and terminals become fully efficient and effective? For a country like Nigeria, like many others as well, who depend heavily on export and import. The ports and terminals are literally the heart, in my opinion. It basically pumps the blood into the country, into the region, and to the globe. So we need to have operational efficiency.
It's no longer news that a lot of truckers operate with multiple plate numbers. But the big question on the lips of maritime stakeholders is, what is the Nigerian Ports Authority doing to checkmate the act, even with the introduction of the electronic call-up system? Joy Enamuna, Seabed TV.